Hello, my name is Stamatis Misirlis, and today I'm going to show you an extremely cheap yet effective SMT assembly system. It's a DIY project that I built myself. Before I demonstrate it, let me give you a quick introduction. SMT assembly machines have improved tremendously over the years. However, even the most affordable ones with the most basic capabilities cost four figures. Hobbyists and anyone assembling PCBs on a very small scale usually rely on manual tools, but those tools are often impractical. For example, tweezers may cause parts to slip or even fly off. Their tips also need space to grip the component properly, which isn't always available, and it can be hard to grab the SMD at the right depth. Sometimes you grip the component too deep, sometimes too shallow. An alternative tool is the manual vacuum pen, but that's not very practical either. If the nozzle doesn't seal well, the SMT may fall off before it reaches the board. Both of these tools require the hand coordination of a neurosurgeon. You need to grab, move, rotate, and place the part precisely using just one hand. So I decided to create my own SMT assembly tool. My goals were productivity, accuracy, and extremely low cost. Disclaimer: any hands on project requires skills and basic knowledge. You build and use it at your own risk. To make this device, you need one small vacuum pump, a medical catheter, two small metal sheets. Step 1: cut the catheter tube and attach it to the vacuum pump. At the other end of the tube, you need a soft nozzle to create a good seal on the surface of the SMT component. A good option is to strip a small piece, about 4 centimeters, of half square millimeter silicone wire. Use heat shrink tubing to connect the nozzle to the catheter tube. Step 2: take the two metal sheets and attach two bolts on one side using plastic insulated washers to keep them electrically isolated. Connect one wire to each metal sheet. And congratulations, you have just made the foot switch. Now connect this switch in series with the vacuum pump. Optionally, you can also add a hand switch in parallel for extra control. Power the circuit using bench power supply. Set the voltage according to your pump requirements. I am using a 3-volt pump. And voila, you now have your own DIY SMT assembly system. How it works: by moving the grab and release control to your foot, your hand is free to focus only on positioning and rotating the part. Rotation, in particular, becomes much easier. It feels like rolling a toothpick between your fingers. This tool works perfectly for small SMTs like 1206 and 0805. I don't use smaller parts, they are hard to see and need graded positioning precision. Or larger ones, neither, because may need greater lift, power, which means a stronger pump or a bigger nozzle. Keep in mind that changing the pump voltage will affect the lifting power. You can also experiment with different materials. Try aquarium silicone tubing instead of catheter. Try a foot switch from a sewing machine instead of a DIY. Use, if you like, cables from a stripped FTP Ethernet cable. Let your creativity flow. Don't hesitate to try your own ideas. Let me show you the device. Well, this is it. This is the tiny vacuum pump. And this tube is from catheter, from medical catheter. And the tube is very short in order to avoid any phenomenon of elasticity of the air and work very sharp. The end, the tip, is silicone, very soft. This make vacuuming very effective. Here these cables go to the pedal. You see here the gap between the two metal sheets. When you step on it, you have a contact that makes the pump to start. In this place here, I have placed insulators, electrical insulators, in order to insulate the two metal sheets from each other. This plate is from a hard disk, and I use it as the one piece of the metals. So this is the foot switch. Parallel to this, I have placed this micro switch, which is a hand switch. If you like, you can place it in the nice box if you want to be beautiful. And at the end, we have those cables that they go to the power supply unit. This pump, which is only, I think, 3 volt, I think. It's very small and very low voltage. Okay. And now let's see it in action. Now we connect the pump to the power supply unit. We switch it on and adjust in 3 volt approximately. Voila. Let's place some capacitors too. Keep in mind that I haven't placed any solder, just I show you the demonstration. If there is soldering on, it's more convenient because the soldering is sticky, and so the parts doesn't flow elsewhere. And I am a little bit rusty because I have many months. Now I remember. And if there are any parts left, you can put it with the same way in. This is very fun. Cost breakdown. Pump, $3. Tube, 60 cents. Cables, 52 cents. Total, less than $5. That's cheaper than a meal, and you only pay for it once. Want to make it fancier? You can put the pump inside the box or even build a dedicated power supply. It's up to you. So that's it. An SMT assembly system that's better than any manual tool on the market, spending almost nothing. I'd love to read your comments. Thanks for watching.